fees in UK estate agency. Today, I'm joined by Clément, who is the boss man of IAD, the new French self-employed estate agency model that's coming over to the UK to take over the world. Thanks for joining me today, Clément.
My pleasure.
The average fee in UK estate agency is 1%. Is that enough? Talk to me.
It's indeed the lowest commission rate we've seen all over the world. We're currently operating in 8 markets, and most of these markets are aligned around a 4 to 5% commission. And the way IED positions itself in these markets is what we call not low cost, but fair price, which is usually 25% lower than the average of the market. So it's 3.4% before VAT, more or less. And that's an interesting story around the commission rates, because a few years ago, when we were envisioning our international development, of course, the UK was and is and will be one of the most attractive markets in the world. But initially, we were rebuffed by this 1%. Like, how can estate agents live with this level of commission? And then we've been digging around it, and we realized that compared to other markets, it was generated by different market structure related data, like exclusivity rates, average value of property, and productivity. And when you mix these 4 things, at the end of the year, in the pocket of the agent, it's not that different from other markets.
Why do you think fees are so low in the UK for estate agents?
Not sure to be an expert of the UK market enough yet to be very relevant on this, but what for me very striking is the weight and the influence that Purplebricks and others of the same, what I would call very digitized, low-cost players had on the market to drive probably commission rates down, or at least what we've seen, and the weight of this kind of players and the influence they had on the mind of the buyers and sellers is probably far stronger in the UK than it is in any other market I know.
Would it surprise you that the average fee in the UK was 1.6% in 2008?
That's what I had in mind.
Okay, and today it's 1%, but Purplebricks only came online in 2014. And when Purplebricks came online in 2014, it already slipped from 1.6 to 1.2. So if you actually look at the stats, Purplebricks have had no effect, and you actually look at the cold hard facts. So it's got to be something else. You know, you've been involved in UK estate agency now for at least 6 months. Doing your homework for 12 months. Why do you think estate agents in the UK don't value themselves with low fees? Because they have low fees.
Maybe it's also related to the way the commissions are split, because it's another key difference between what we see in other markets, and even stronger within IAD, where we redistribute 88% of the commission. So from the commission split structure we've been seeing in the UK, maybe they're not enticed enough to work out for that.
I find it particularly interesting that when I talk to British estate agents, they have a certain profile and mindset. I don't know if you're aware of profiling. Disc profiling is one of my favorites, but I find in the UK that most estate agents are on the disc profiling. They're outward going people, and their biggest fear is rejection.
They're not red, right?
They're not reds. I think they call them blues. Is it blues? I think.
Blue is more analytical people. I would say yellow.
Is yellow the people?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. So you're using a different model, but they're very yellow. Are estate agents in France and America where you are doing really well?
They're definitely red.
So why do you think UK estate agents are yellow, mainly yellow, and why do you think most estate agents in other countries are red, or what we call Ds on the disc profile, which means they're process driven, they don't care what people think, and they don't care about rejection? I don't know if you've noticed that in the UK.
Yes, that's very striking for me. And I think it's also good to take into consideration the level of satisfaction of end customers in this, because from what I read, maybe I'm wrong on this, but despite very low commission rates, the relationship between UK citizens and agents is not better than in France.
It's not better.
No, I mean the level of trust for the
Well, estate agents are at the with politicians. We want to think to
and used car sellers.
Indeed.
And dentists.
Do you think?
Whereas in the US, for example,
yes,
with one of the highest commission rates in the world, 6% almost like legal, the people, the US citizens are the happiest in the world in their relationship with agents.
So it's almost like chicken and the egg, isn't it? We've got a type of personality who doesn't like rejection, so therefore will, to use a British phrase, pull their pants down on their fees. I'm sure you have a French alternative, just to get the listing. But the fees are lower to do that, and most agents are seen as low in terms of the pecking order. Whilst in France and America, it's 3, 4, 5, 6%, and people are put on high. So which needs to change? Do the fees go up and it attracts better people in?
Not necessarily better people, but maybe one key thing in this is the fact that in the markets you're mentioning, and very strongly at IAD, we do not only attract people that stem from the real estate industry. It's a mix, it's a balance between established professionals, like Lee and David you mentioned in the David Lee team that we are teaming with here, British entrepreneurs that know the market by heart, but also people that are career changers. And we have a lot of people in these countries that were salespeople in other industries, that were waiting maybe in the hospitality business, and when they change their lives and become estate agents and self-employed, I mean, you don't have any fixed salary at the end of the month. So the energy you'll put in this is probably multiplied by 2, and the kind of people you attract that are ready to say, okay, no fixed salary, but I'm playing for 88% of the commission, these are reds, these are not the yellows.
I'll tell you what we'll do. In the next video, let's talk about whether it's wise for IAD and other self-employed models to ask for people who are not estate agents to become estate agents. Is that okay?
Definitely okay.
Thank you very much.